Hi everyone, welcome back to PARQUET, episode 16. So Kanato and Tsubasa are still investigating this Babe of the Day incident, and it's part of a larger plot. So law enforcement is investigating this underground secret website, and in short, the uploaders were forced or threatened to make videos of people's private lives. So anyways, putting that aside, Kanato is learning more about Rino and Tsubasa's private life. So we learned about Rino from last episode. So Rino has been all depressed and gloomy because she does not know what it means to be happy and is not comfortable being around with other people. So Rino's parents got drunk easily and they would abuse Rino. And then everything changed when they died in an accident. So pretty much Rino has been all alone in her life, but she did find some role model, which we don't know yet. And it looks like we're going to learn more about Tsubasa's private life. So both Rino and Tsubasa are kind of jealous about how everyone else has it all good. So happy family and normal lives. Okay, so let's see how it goes for Tsubasa. Okay, so not about any problems that I had, but she let me talk about what was on my mind. Okay. And I felt a lot more at ease when I talked to her. So you don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. But if there's anything on your mind or anything you want to complain about, I'm always open to listen. And I know about your body sharing situation. So maybe you could confide in me about things you could not with others. And I can't see her reaction from the other side of the door. So right now, Tsubasa is getting dressed for work. And I hear not even a stir. But she did hear me, I'm sure of it. So you've helped me a lot. And now I want to return the favor. I don't think I can pay in full, but maybe little by little. And if there's anything I can do, just tell me. It doesn't matter if it's trivial, I just want to help you in any way I can. And that's all I wanted to say. It would have been a little embarrassing to say this face to face, so maybe it's better this way. I'm not joking, by the way. I can't tell if she's even listening at all. But now I realize the courage it took Iraki-san to do what she did last night. So basically, while Rino was talking with Kanato, she leaned on his back and told him not to turn around. It's actually extremely frightening when you pour out your feelings like this and don't get a response. But I said what I wanted to say. I can't really tell if it came out naturally or awkward, but I tried my best. I guess I'll have to wait for her to get done changing. Right as I begin to walk down the stairs, however, she speaks. And upon hearing that, I turn around. Well, kind of. I noticed some time ago how you sometimes just stare into nothing. So I started wondering what was on your mind. So basically, You must be hiding something.
伊吹くんは僕のことどう思う？
So what do you think about me? So what do you mean?
僕のことどんな人間だと思っているか教えてほしい。
Well, you're a kind person, and you saved me. You're gentle, cheerful, and you love a good meal. And the only bad part I can think of is those unfunny jokes you always tell about you being dead.
ひどいな。場を和ませたいだけなのに。
Well, that hurts. Well, I say you kill it instead. So, no more talking about or making fun about the fact that you died.
一緒に笑い飛ばしてくれればいいじゃないか。それで残念なところはそれくらい。
Yeah. And I have nothing more.
そっか。
And before you ask, I'm not hiding any or my true thoughts to spare your feelings.
ありがとう。伊吹くんは僕のこと好意的に見てくれてるんだね。
And I have no reason to think otherwise.
僕が最低な人間だったとしても。
Well, I don't know what to say to that.
まあ、そうだろうね。以前冗談めかして言ったことがあるよね。リノ君の体を乗っ取るつもりだったって。嘘をついたわけじゃない。記憶が欠けているのは本当だ。
Okay, so it's true I don't have all my memories.
ただこれも以前に言ったけど、たまたまにしては都合が良すぎる。
Oh, so it sounds too good to be true.
僕にとって都合が良すぎるんだ。僕は本当にリノ君の体を奪うつもりだったのかもしれない。
Well, you have no proof of that, so.
今のところはね。でももしそれが本当だとしたら、リノ君に何て言えばいい？普段はリノ君に迷惑をかけているなんて言ってるくせに、自分が最低な人間だと知ったとき、僕はどうすればいいんだろう。
And no matter what you may have done in the past, you still help me. And nothing will change the fact. And if by any chance you happen to have done something horrible in the past, I'll still be on your side and I'll apologize alongside you.
謝るって謝罪で済むような問題じゃない。
Well, apologizing is the first step in atoning, even if it's something that won't be solved with one apology. And it's something that has to be done. And we can deal with whatever comes next after that.
そっか。そうだね。
That's true. And if you get back your past, you may gain some regrets. But I think not knowing would also leave you with regrets.
どちらを選べばいいのかわからないっていうのとはちょっと違う。どちらかを選ぶ勇気がないんだ、僕は。
And then So ask yourself which one would leave you with more regrets. And you'll just be left with a choice of the lesser of the evil.
そういう考え方はしたことなかったな。
So whatever you choose, I'll keep my promise. I'll apologize for you and I'll stick with you till the end.
ありがとう。まず謝るか。そうだね。その通りだ。当たり前の話だ。
She's more or less talking to herself now, digesting everything. But then she stops. Why? Should I have said something else? No, I think I used what little eloquence I have there. And I panic in front of the door, unsure of what to do. And while I rack my brains, I manage to sort out my feelings a little. And then the door slowly opens.
情けないところを見せたね。ごめん。
Well, that's nothing to be ashamed of. I truly think so. I understand the inner turmoil she's undergoing. And at the very least, I don't think so.
伊吹くんって地味に嫌なことをするよね。
What do you mean?
そんなまっすぐな目で言われたらさ、いつまでも逃げてられないっていうか。
Okay.
これ以上情けない姿を晒せない気持ちになるっていうか。とにかく勇気は出た気がする。まだほんのちょっぴりだけど。
So feel free to talk to me, even if you ever feel lost again. It can be a thorough closed door again, also through a closed door. If you want, I'll just want to repay you for everything you've done for me.
ありがとう。
An uncharacteristically bashful smile spreads across her face, and she reminds me of a small child. But still, there's something bright about that smile.
さてと、いつまでも話してる場合じゃない。
Okay, so today's work.
早くお店に行かないと。マスターに怒られる。
Otherwise, Master will be mad that I'm late. Okay, I don't want to see him angry.
すみません、遅くなりました。
Okay, so she is still late. So the problem is that Tsubasa feels that, well, I'm bad because I stole Rino's life. But for Rino's like, well, I didn't really care about my life anyways because of my circumstances. So if I throw it away, oh well at least I get paid. So it's not all bad per what Tsubasa thinks.
2分前か。間に合ってはいるんだ。文句は言わんが。
Okay, so you're not officially late yet, but you did show up later than usual.
初めてだな。こんなにギリギリなのは。何かあったのか。
So basically in Japan, you have to be perfectly on time. So if you're 1 millisecond late, that's late. So that's why everyone shows up lots of minutes before their scheduled start time.
まあ出かけにちょっと。でも心配されるようなことではないです。
そうか。ならいい。
Okay, everything all good.
早く着替えて準備を始めてくれ。
はい。翼さん、お兄さん。おはよう。
Good morning. Nika-san greets us cheerfully from behind the counter, but there's something forced about her smile. So no surprise. The stalking case has not been solved yet.
ニカ君、おはよう。
Morning. And for a moment, I struggled to figure out how to act around her. And she must be conscious of how we feel.
聞いてください。昨日あれから大変だったんですよ。
So what happened?
警察に言ったはいいんですけど、やっぱりすぐにどうこうできる問題じゃなくて。
Well, that's true.
結局ストーカー対策の基本みたいなアドバイスをしてもらったんですよ。そしたらパパがまたヒートアップしちゃって。
And getting mad in front of the police is not the best thing to do. So I'm sure the police told the dad many times that, well, this is all we have, and until we can obtain more clues, these are preventative measures that you should do to make sure you are not the next victim.
窓口の人に詰め寄ろうとして、あわや逮捕かと思いましたよ。
And that's going too far. So she laments with exaggerated facial expressions.
ああ、その光景が目に浮かぶよ。
Well, for that man, it's possible. Still, he only does that because he cares about you so much. But that's going overboard.
もちろんそれはわかります。ありがたいとも嬉しいとも思います。でもだからって騒ぎを起こすとかやばすぎ。
That's true.
一緒にいるうちなみにもなってほしいですよ。
So it made me embarrassed. If only.
頑張ったね。頑張った。ありがとう、翼さん。
Kino-san gently strokes her on the head, and for a bit, she goes back to her usual self. Maybe we've helped her relax some.
僕は着替えてくるね。すぐに戻ってくるから。
Okay. Phew! Oh, I'm just relieved. I'm worried you might shut yourself in your room in fear.
ああ、そういうことも考えはしたんだけどね。
Well, that was considered.
でもさ、家の中の姿を盗撮されちゃったから、家よりもお店にいる方が落ち着く気がして。
Okay, that's good.
一応昨日改めてパパとママも一緒にカメラを探したんだけどね。やっぱり見つからなかったよ。
It's probably for the better not to tell her that her vision was stolen via BMI. And I remember Aku-san's warning. However, more than that, I don't want to scare her anymore.
お兄さん、どうかした？
So what is it, Oni-san?
何かあるなら気にせず言ってくれていいよ。
Alright. You remember how you were wearing your BMI around your neck when you were drying your hair?
それ、翼さんにも確認されたな。
Oh, so Tsubasa-san also said the same thing.
はっきりと覚えてるわけじゃないんだけど、前に言ったことなかったっけ？うちは自分の記憶も売ってるって。
Oh, right. I think we spoke about that when we met.
だから BMI で記録しちゃってたんだと思う。
Oh, okay. Oh, so sorry if this comes across as rude, but you might want to stop doing that. So that's an opening for that stalker to attack you.
わかってる。
I know, I'll stop.
最初は軽い気持ちだったんだ。みんなやってるし、くらいの。
Okay.
今回のことで身に染みたっていうか、いろんなことを考えたっていうか。
So basically, I did it because everyone else is doing it too.
こういうことしてたらストーカーとかそういう被害に遭う可能性も。ってこれだと自分のこと可愛いアピールしてるみたいじゃん。うち自信があるとかそういうんじゃなくって、普通に暮らしてれば巻き込まれることもなかったのかもみたいな。
Well, I know what you are trying to say.
被害に遭ってから後悔してもどうしようもないんだなって思った。
But then again, the damage is done.
だからメモリーを売るのはもうやめるよ。
Yeah, so that's might be for the best.
っていうかしばらくは BMI はいいかなって。
Okay, so I guess I'll refrain from BMI related activities.
なんか怖くなっちゃった。こういうのはもうゴリゴリかな。
And her cheer is slightly restored, but there's still a little shade behind her smile. And people don't get over traumatic experiences in one day. I want to put this to rest quickly so she can have some peace of mind. And there's a chance the culprit here might have some relation to Kido-san's lost memories, too. Okay, so just try to take it easy for a while. Instead of sitting back down, I turn on my heels and head to the door.
あれ、どこ行くの？今来たばっかりなのに。
Oh wait, so you're different. You didn't buy anything today. I just remember something I have to do. Can I ask you to tell Kido-san something for me?
あれ？伊吹くんはどこに行ったんだい？
Wait, so where's Ibuki-kun?
用事を思い出したって出て行きましたよ。
He left.
翼さんに伝言を預かってます。心配しなくていいからって。
So don't worry about me. I'll be okay.
それだけ？
That's it?
はい、他には特に。そう、用事、なんだろう。
So something seems off.
でも、なんか深刻そうな顔してたかも。
Hmm.
どうしたんだろう。わざわざ心配しなくていいなんて伝言まで残して、まさか一人で解決させようとか、そんな危ないことをしてたり。
That would be dangerous.
なんでだろう。妙に気になる。翼さん？
Hello? Tsubasa-san?
いや、すみません、マスター。
Okay, so I need to be excused.
あ、なんだ？
来て早々なんですが、早退させてください。
There you go. So I need to leave early.
来て早々どころか、まだ働いてもないよ。
Hey, so you haven't started working, so you haven't done anything.
そういうのは早退じゃなく、休むって言うんだよ。それはともかく。
Okay.
理由は？
Your reason?
調子が悪いので。
I'm sick.
思いっきり元気じゃねえか。
Well, you don't look like it.
お願いします。
So it's like, well, you're faking your illness to get out of this.
しょうがねえな。
And I wonder how many customers they have right now. So if business is slow, then he should not have a problem having Tsubasa take the day off.
本当にすみません。今更だとは思うんですが。
早めに言ってほしかったのは事実だが。
Okay, okay.
仕方ない。バイトが突然面倒になったってわけでもないだろうし。
So I guess we can deal with this. So
ありがとうございます。
I'm pretty sure they don't have many people right now, and the boss can handle the customers himself.
ならうちが働こうか、翼さんの代わりに。
Okay, so how about I cover for her shift?
体動かしてる方が落ち着く気がするし。
And it helps me.
そうしてもらえると助かるね。
Okay, you can do.
バイト代は期待していいんだよね。
And I want my pay, so it has to be good.
ああ、わかってる。働いてくれればちゃんと払う。
Okay, okay, I'll do.
やったー、ボーナスゲット。
Yep, so a bonus for me, so pay me well. And for the boss, like, well, you're my daughter, so I'll let up.
そんなわけですから気にしないでも平気ですよ、翼さん。ありがとう、ニカ君。いえいえ、助けてもらったのはうちですから。それよりも大切なようなら早く行った方がいいんじゃないですか。
But anyways, get going. So if it's that important, you don't want to be late for this.
そうだね、そうさせてもらうよ。
Okay, so going to Kanato. I've been thinking about it for a long time now, but I can't just sit still and watch anymore.
こういうのはもうゴリゴリかな。
Okay, so I want to solve this case right now. And after seeing her so shaken up, I felt the need to do something. But there is a limit to what I can do on my own. I'm no expert. I have no influence to exert, nor the ability to enact any change. Even the police should have more information than I do. But I still have one lead. I don't think it's likely to bear any fruit. But even if I'm barking up the wrong tree here, it's worth pursuing every avenue just to confirm that. And I'd rather not do this if I had a choice. And that's why I decided to not involve Kido-san in this. But I have to find out one way or another. Okay, so where's Kanato going? So he's going everywhere. I go to the station, but I don't find the person I'm looking for. And you run into people when you're not looking for them. That's true. Yet, when you do need to see them, they're nowhere to be found. And it's strange how that works.
伊吹くん、一人なのは珍しいね。
Wait, you're here? Oh, hello there, Hashihime-san.
木戸さんは？
She's at Einsatz doing her shift. Oh, I'm looking for someone.
友達？
Who, friend? No, I know them, but I would not say we are friends. I don't even have their contact information. I'm just walking around hoping to spot them among the crowd.
そうなの？私と一緒だ。
Same here. Really?
私も連絡先も知らない相手を探してるんだけど、これがなかなか。昨日からずっと探してるのに。
Ooh, so much longer. Is that why she looked so busy last night? So work-related problems.
トラブルはトラブルだけど、仕事とは別件。私事でちょっとね。
So it's not work-related. Okay. And if it is a private matter, I won't pry into it. And even if I offer to hear her out, I got my hands full right now. Okay, well then, so I'll see you later.
私も行かなきゃ。
Good luck. Maybe I'll have better luck finding them in some back alley out of view from the street. And I retraced my steps and walked down the roads I missed. So it's still the middle of the day, so there's not many people around. And I can't hear the sound of my own footsteps to put that into perspective. And another set of footsteps, actually. Ooh. Hey, so why are you following me? I turn around and ask Hashihime-san.
いや、たまたま伊吹くんが私の前を歩いてる。それだけ。
Okay?
本当だよ。からかってるように聞こえるかもしれないけどね。
Well, I'm not lying.
私が探してる相手もこういう路地裏を探すのが一番なの。もしかして同じ人物を探してたりして。
Wait, no way. I can't imagine the person I'm looking for has associated with you.
話を聞く限り、伊吹くんの相手もろくでもなさそうだね。
Well, I can't deny that. Wait, so why do you say I'm not either?
冗談じゃなく、探してるのは同じかも。
Then, right as she finishes saying that, I spy the people I'm looking for ahead of me.
じゃあそれを
毎度あり。他にもおすすめとかあるんだけどどうだ？
So it's the two people who tried to rob Kanato in the beginning. So if you remember, Kanato accidentally showed a wad of cash to Nika.
なんなら移植だけじゃなく自分の体で体験することもできるんだぜ。
And it got these guys' attention. So come on, we'll take good care of you.
そうだな。考えておくよ。ひとまず今日はこれだけで。じゃあ。
So they're doing some backroom illicit deals.
バカ、早いんだよ。こういうのはもうちょっと沼にはまってから誘うんだ。
So all we have to do is to get them addicted so that they'll come for more.
まどろっこしいな。とっとと自分で体験した方がいいだろう。自分でやって捕まったら意味がないだろう。だが記憶を移植するだけなら犯罪にはならないからな。リスクがないからこそ軽い気持ちで手を出すやつも多いってわけだ。けどよ、安すぎて話にならねえよ。今日の美人ちゃんだっけか？段階があるんだよ。最初は何だっていい。
Okay?
最終的にどっぷりハマって薬とか実際に手を出させれば何でも。
So first, let's get him addicted.
金になるなら文句はねえけど。いや、やっぱめんどくせえ。美味しく食べるためには育てる時間が必要ってことだ。
That's true. Oh, wait, there they are. And finally, I found them. And when it comes to dangerous memories, these are the only people I know that might know something. And it's not a plan without faults, but I do think it's worth looking into.
伊吹くんが探してたのはあの二人？
So, is it these people? Yes.
驚いた。本当に一緒だった。
Uh-oh. Wait, seriously?
参ったな。面倒なことになってきた。
Well, this is bad.
でも今更か。時間も残されてないだろうし。
Wait, what do you mean?
なんでもね。
Nothing?
それより彼らに用事があるんでしょ？行こうか。
Okay, well, you can talk to them first. Okay. Okay, so I have questions for her, but I pushed them to the back of my head for now. And prompted by her, I approached the men.
なんだ、客か？あれ、お前どっかで見たな。ああ、前に札束持ってたやつか。
There you go.
金がないやつはお呼びじゃない。
Okay, so I need to ask you something. Do you know anything about a memory called Babe of the Day? I decide to cut to the chase. I'm aware they might be prone to deceive me, but I have my soul expansion in that case, so I'll comfort them and touch their hearts and get them to change their mindset. I hope I don't need to use it, but right as I think that, one of the men says,
なんだお前、ああいうのが欲しかったのか。
So in short, we are not affiliated with that babe of the day thing.
金があるなら売ってやってもいい。
Oh, but we do have a picture, and if you want it, pay up. And last time I used my soul expansion, I made him think that I was out of money, so I'm broke. And maybe that's why they are not so pushy today.
安心しろ。あれはそんな高いものでもない。
Well, it's not that expensive, by the way.
すぐに工面できる程度の金額だ。
I didn't imagine they would actually have that. Well, I'm not here to buy. All I want to know is what the memory has. So, creep shots, right?
はあ？何が言いたいんだよ、お前。
Okay, so what do you want then?
彼が尋ねたいのはこういうことさ。あの盗撮は救済サイトから入手したんだよね。
And I'm so surprised my head snaps back to her. How does she know about that illicit underground secret website?
なんだよ、あんたも同じ要件か。
似てるけどちょっと違う。
Yes and no.
私が聞きたいのは君たちがどうやってサイトのことを知ったのかってこと。あのサイトはさ、君たちみたいな人には必要ないでしょ。
And if Ibaraki-san's interpretation was correct, that would be the case. And they don't seem like the kind of people that are down so bad that they need this kind of bogus salvation in their lives. And they're not even maintaining the site's code of secrecy that Aki-san mentioned.
ああ、あのサイトに集まってるの変な連中しかいないからな。
Okay, we don't.
もしかしてあんたもあのサイトに出入りしてるのか？
まあ、そんなところだね。
Wait, what? I can't hide the surprise on my face. Hashihime-san's expression, however, does not gleam any emotion.
とにかく、どうして知ってるのか教えてよ。
Okay, so how do you come upon that site?
私の質問はそれだけ。答えてくれればそれで終わり。
And the man heaves a sigh. And then he speaks out, his tone in between bored and annoyed.
客の中に支払いの滞ってるやつがいた。救うために必要なんだとか意味不明なことを言ってな。
Okay.
で、何でもいいから差し押さえられるものはないかと身体検査をした。
ああ、その流れでサイトのことを知ったってわけね。
なんか文句あんのか？
So, any problems?
いや、ありがとう。
No? Well, thanks for telling me.
さっき言った通り、これ以上質問はしない。
And that's all I wanted to know.
でも最後に一つ。あのサイトは秘密厳守。そういうルールのはずだよ。
それがなんだよ、文句あんのか？
ルールを破ったら文句くらい言いたくなるよ。
And the air in the back alley thaws over all of a sudden.
うざいな、お前。話は終わっただろ。どっか行けよ。言っとくが、女だろうとムカつく相手には容赦しねえぞ。
And when the man takes a step ahead in menacing fashion, I step in front of Hashihime-san and confront him. However, she sidesteps me and faces the man on her own. She gazes into his eyes unflinchingly.
容赦しないっていうのはこういうことかな？
Like this, says Hashihime. Hashihime-san swings her right arm, and at the next second, the man falls down, face up on the hard concrete. Ouch. I noticed the man's nose bent in an abnormal way as he rolls around agonizingly.
おい、お前
And the other man clutches his stomach and falls to his knees. Unable to close his mouth, spit begins dripping out the corner of his lips.
女が相手だから簡単に勝てると思った？ BMI があるんだ。女でも格闘技の一つや二つ覚えられるよ。
So this arm is strong. She says, looking down at the crouching man.
あのサイトのことは忘れなさい。わかった？
So, are we clear?
何よ
わかった？
Are we clear? So, if you remember from Sky High at the beginning, when Coach Boomer, he uses his voice, and when the kids didn't give a strong response, he used his powers, and it echoed across the entire gym. Wait, what? Her sudden violent outburst leaves me stunned. However, I quickly regain composure. Hey, so what are you doing? I hastily pull Hashihime-san away from the men.
邪魔をしないでもらえないかな。私は今この子たちと話してるんだ。
I must teach these people. And Hashihime beats up Kanato. And suddenly, the wind is punched out of my lungs and the world flashes before me. And the powerful blow causes my back to bend forward as I struggle to keep my legs from giving out. And the pit of my stomach is killing me. I try to breathe, but it feels like I'm suffocating. Instead,
私の右腕はいろいろカスタマイズしてるからね。普通の腕より重いし、結構パワーもあるんだよ。まあ、違法なんだけどね。
wait, it's illegal? Hey, Hashihime-san, why are you...
邪魔するから。
Because you interfered. So, I'm working on something, and I'm trying to teach these two men a lesson.
とりあえず、ちょっと寝ててよ。
And unable to bear the shock, I fall down on my back, and I feel my body collide with the hard concrete as my vision blacks out. And I have the faint feeling something slipped out of my pocket. But everything goes dark before I can think to confirm.
で、どうだって？
Okay, so law enforcement is here.
もうちょっと奥の方にいつもいるらしいですね。そうだ、昨日の調査の件ですけど。
遠距離通信の話か。
すべてを追うのはちょっと難しそうです。
やはりそうか。
I figured.
残るは BMI に詳しい人ですけど、これは言うまでもなく難しいです。
But you know, those clues don't help us that much so far.
企業や大学で研究されてることですから。
So it's being researched, so that clue's not enough to track down who's behind all this.
やはりうまくはいかないもんだな。ひとまずは盗撮メモリーの方から追うしかないか。
Okay, so basically we are back to square one.
素直に話してくれると楽なんですけどね。
Well, that would be way too easy.
それは虫が良すぎるってもんだな。
どこ行ったんだろう。あれ、木戸さんじゃない。あ、六味さんにアクさん。
Oh, so Rokumi-san and Aku-san.
お二人は伊吹くんを見てませんか？
いや、今日は見てないな。
No.
そうですか。ありがとうございます。待って、何かあったの？
Wait, so something happened?
まさかとは思うけど、
誘拐とか。
So sounds bad.
いえ、そんな事件性のあることではありません。どこに行ったのかわからないだけですから。
心配するような年でもないと思うが。
もちろんそうなんですが。
Well, yes.
気になる事情があるってことか。
So something seems off.
スマホは？
反応がありません。メッセージも既読になりません。
So he's not answering.
心配しすぎと言われればその通りかもしれませんが。
連絡が取れなくなってずいぶん経つの？
いえ、それほどでは。
心当たりはあるならもう探してるか。手伝ってあげたいけど、私たちも仕事中だから。
But unfortunately, we're working, so we can't really help you much.
冷たいことを言うが、事件性がないと警察は動けない。
はい、もう少し僕が探してみます。
Okay, so I'll keep looking.
まだ行っていないところもありますから。
ちなみにどこを探すつもりなの？
そうですね。
Well,
一応大通りでは見つけられなかったので、今度は路地裏を探してみようかと。
ああ、それなら私たちと同じだ。
okay, so we can follow you there.
ところで、お二人は事件の捜査ですか？
まあな。
Well, we're always doing that, so...
今日の美人ちゃんのメモリーを販売してる連中に話を聞きに来たんだよ。とはいえ、正直に話してもらえるかどうか。
警察って言っただけで逃げ出すやつも多いからな。
そういう時どうするんですか？
So basically, when we revealed that we are law enforcement, the people go bailing.
もちろん追いかけるよ。
Well, that would be hard if they run fast enough and are able to hide.
もし今回連中が逃げたら任せたぞ。
私ですか？
Wait, so you want me to chase them?
年を考慮しろ。俺をいくつだと思ってるんだ。
Well, I'm old and I can't run fast.
そんなことで威張らないでくださいよ、もう。ってアクさん、あそこ誰か倒れてますよね。ほら。
Wait, so those people, and they're lying down on the ground.
酔っ払いか？
Wait, the drunks?
さすがにこの時間から酔いつぶれている人はあまり見かけませんが。
I don't think they're drunk, so it's impossible given that it's still bright out.
何にしても放置できませんよ。
And as we approach, I see reddish faces on the floor. But it's not from drinking. And they have blood on their faces. Both men on the floor have been beaten to a bloody pulp.
ちょっとなんでこんな。この子たち。
Wait, so that's odd. So they're beaten up.
ああ、メモリーを売ってる二人組だな。おい、意識はあるか？喋れる
Okay,
か？
can you speak? Please,
しない。許して。
no more. Please help us.
わかってる。おとなしくしてろ。救急車を呼ぶから。
Okay, so just stay calm and I'll call an ambulance.
それから処理も報告。
はい。
Okay, so mention that there's some injuries here. Aki-san and Rokumi-san tend to the fallen men, and as I watch the scene unfold, I catch a glimpse of something familiar out of the corner of my eye.
このスマホ。
Wait, this phone. I don't remember all the details, but it looks somewhat familiar. And curiously, I pick it up and try sending a message. and immediately after, the phone vibrates.
これ伊吹くんのだ。
Wait, so this is Ibuki-kun's phone.
どうしてこんなところに？
So why is he here? He just happened to be here and dropped his phone? Wait, this can't be.
おい、何があったか説明できるか？変な女がいきなり。
So this woman showed up and then she
女？相手は一人か？
wait. So this woman?
他に男がいた。そいつも殴られて。
すみません。
何急にどうしたの？
助けてもらえませんか？調べてほしいことがあるんです。お願いします。
相談に乗ってはやりたいが、まずはこの二人を何とかしないと。
So we can't help you, but first we got to take care of these two men. So get them to the hospital.
どうかお願いします。
But for Tsubasa, something is more urgent than those people. Okay, so going to Kanato, I awaken in a sea of darkness. And as I force my unwilling eyelids to open, I focus and try to collect myself. Wait, so where am I? What happened? And I don't recognize this room. And my head feels like it's splitting open from the pain. Wait, where? And the first thing I realize is that I'm sitting in a chair. And I slowly stand up, my muscles screaming in protest, and scan the room.
おっと、目を覚ましたね。
So you're awake. Huh? And upon hearing her voice, something strange happens. And all of a sudden, my limbs go numb. I fall back into the chair unceremoniously. My arms and legs refuse to move. Wait, so what the hell's going on? And my senses have not dulled any, but I can't will any part of my body to move.
ここは私の工房、作業場だよ。
Welcome to my workshop.
じっとしててくれる？いや、確認するまでもなく動けないはずだけど。
Huh?
ああ、安心して。事務所は他にある。秘密の工房ってわけではないけど、不意の来客が来ることはまずない。
Wait, so what did he do to me? I cannot move my limbs. Almost feels as if I've been paralyzed from the neck down.
視覚や聴覚なんかの感覚器の情報を補正できるのは知ってるよね。それと同じ理屈さ。
So that's what I did. So I disabled your sensory feelings.
体を動かす信号をデタラメに補正させてもらった。違法な薬物を使ったわけじゃないから安心して。後遺症の心配はない。
Well, I don't know that BMI could be used like this.
体を動かす信号は私の仕事の領分だもの。
Well, that's easy.
詳しいんだ、いろいろと。
Hey, so can you tell me something? Okay, so you used the higher line to operate the BMI prosthetics, didn't you? And you must be well versed in BMI transmission as well.
だったら
Yes, and? Okay, so are you using the higher or the HIA line to hack into BMI devices? Okay, so Hashihime just gave away a big clue. So if you remember, the HIA line is how the BMIs are connected. So the BMIs can't connect to the internet or the Bluetooth. And if you also remember, it takes an expert to be able to connect and tamper with the HIA line. So the healing line has short range, and Kanato told law enforcement that the healing line is probably how someone was able to get sneak photos of people's private lives and upload it to some illegal secret underground website. And more importantly, it led to the Babe of the Day incident. So we'll see what happens next, and I wonder what Hashihime wants from Kanato, given that he was the only person that she took into her laboratory. So anyways, with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.